Welcome to Wild Child Life. We are in Isafjordur today. This is one of my favorite places. I've been here on sunny days, and that might be when it's my most favorite place. But you know what? Today's a little bit overcast. We've had some on and off rain, and I gotta tell you, it's still a favorite place. But in this video, we'll show you what to do around town and give you some options if you're looking to get out of town, so that you make the most of your cruise port day in Ísafjörður. Regardless of what time you're getting into port, wake up early and be present for it outside, or at least at a window where you can watch it. You're coming into a fjord and the views will be spectacular all the way in and all the way out. So if you miss it in the morning, make sure and catch it in the evening. With a population of less than 3,000 people, a single cruise ship can overwhelm the city. And while we were there this last time, there were 3 cruise ships in town on one day. That means that tours will likely be sold out, buses will be full, so make your plans early and be sure that you have arrangements for what you want to do. The port is really easy to access in the sense that you're going to dock here, and when you get off, you just want to walk into town. You can't get lost. As you get off the ship, you will be docked right alongside, and you'll follow the exit signs out. And if you're taking a tour, they begin right here. If you're meeting somebody, they can come to the parking lot. Otherwise, you'll just walk out to the very small town of Isafjordur. Let's do a quick orientation. If you are looking at Iceland, Ísafjörður is going to be in that wing of the country that is off to the west and includes almost 30% of the coastline of the entire country. And Ísafjörður is one of the westernmost fjords in that wing. So you really are out west, in kind of the hinterlands of Iceland. And getting around is going to mean going over or through mountains and around fjords. The cruise port itself sits on a little piece of land that has mostly been built up inside the fjord. From the cruise port, it's just a very few steps to the brewery, to the rainbow path that takes you towards town, up to the cemetery and the church, which are near the roundabout, and then the library is behind that. The community garden is up the hill from there, and then you have the large sports complex and playing fields that are further inside the fjord. You will find a tourist office right at the port entry, and they have free Wi-Fi there. You will also see signage helping you find your way around town, as well as kiosks for tours and signage for other options of how you might want to get around. We love the beer so much, we did a beer tasting, and you can watch that on Brews and Views. If you are looking for a new way to get around, I want you to think about those 2-seater scooters. This isn't about being disabled. This is about being electrically abled. I love those things. And if you're really looking to go no further than just a few steps, head on over to Dokken Brewpub. If you go up the hill a little bit, through the roundabout and up the hill, you're going to go past a bay with some beautiful reflective waters and lots of colorful boats on there. But you're going to go past there and you're going to go up to the Botanic Garden. Super worth doing. It's free to enter. It isn't huge, but it is one of those fabulous Icelandic botanic gardens. You don't always get to see those. One of my favorite areas is this beautiful marina that lies between the cruise port and the town inside the fjord. The waters are calm, clean, pristine. There's beautiful boats. You get these magnificent reflections of the mountains. And as you get into town, you'll see the statues depicting the fishing life that has defined this area. If you're going out, you're probably going to make it out to Dynjandi, which is one of the most spectacular waterfalls in all of Iceland, and you've got a lot of waterfall competition in Iceland, so that's worth doing. It's a bit of a hike up there. Watch our video on Eat, Stay, and Play. It'll give you a real sense of that waterfall. The Dynjandi Waterfall is about an hour away. It's the largest waterfall in the Westfjords, so it's heavily touristed. When we were there were 7 tour buses there, so if you've got a number of cruise ships in port, you can expect that waterfall to be crowded. And if you want to explore the area beyond the waterfall, watch our Eat, Stay, and Play channel where we have a video about the museums, beaches, small towns, Viking ruins, and life in these Westfjords. The community garden is known by the whalebone arch, and here you get a sense of the hilly nature of this town. You do need to be able to get up the hills to get around. As you come down, that really is your walk through the garden. And below that is the large hospital. Isafjordur is a well-equipped city. As you've seen the hospital, there's also a university center here, and a large sports complex with 2 huge soccer fields made with artificial turf, which is very special. They are the only ones made with artificial turf in the area, and they were the first to be built in the country. And as this is a very popular sport, if you're out there, you'll likely to see practice or even play. The sports complex, university, and accompanying university housing aren't just for locals. In the summertime, while the university is on hiatus, much of the housing becomes rentable for tourists. So if you're looking for a place to stay in Isafjordur, that might be a really good option to check out. Whenever you're here, for however long you're here, I can't stress enough how important it is that you get out into the natural environment here. So whether you want to go kayaking, ATV riding, mountain bike riding, scooter driving, take a rib boat or a sailboat, you just want to get out into this incredible space. If you're using your cruise port day just to get a sense of the town in this area, as long as you get out in and around the fjord, you're going to see some of the best of what you'll see in this region. But if this is your one chance to get to this part of Iceland, then my suggestion is you use the full day and you get out and do as much as you can. You can go to Pingeyri and the Viking experience. There's a family that has a really wonderful excursion that you can book through your ship that gives you a little bit of the culture and the heritage of the Vikings. It also takes you over to the next fjord, so you'll get a look at a different village in a different part of the fjord area. You can go to Dynjandi, which is an exceptional experience, and even if you don't hike it, just to see that waterfall is worth it, and that gets you also to a different part of the area and takes you through some of the longest tunnels that now make transportation accessible in ways that they didn't used to be. If you're doing that, I think that also gives you the option to go see some of the other villages, museums. There's an old bookstore that's really worth a visit in Flateyri, and I highly recommend going to that little village. So I think there's a lot to do in the area, and if this is your one chance to get to the Westfjords, then take it and spend the day out and about. But if this is just your sampler and you're going to come back to the area later, then you've got plenty to do in town and you will enjoy a walk around the town and around the fjord. It's lovely. Look carefully at some of these homes that you'll find on the streets of Isafjordur. Many of these, including this red one on the left, are what they call catalog homes or kit homes, where they were ordered from a catalog and built on site using a kit. Another popular excursion is to take a walking tour of the town with a local. You can sign up for these through the cruise ship or through the visitor center when you arrive. So don't be afraid to shop here right at the port. You've got local vendors providing local things, and you've got local guides providing local tours, which means you can really take care of yourself without having to do a ship excursion right here in port. Isafjordur is all about shimmering waters, monstrous waterfalls, some beautiful hikes, a little bit of history, and some incredible mountains.
But if you want to get out of the city and get some of those views from afar, you'll need to either hire a car, a taxi, or a driver.